Hasan's basically taking his little weenie out and throwing it in every direction he can to fight drama. He's out there being a slop drama tuber. He's no better than me at this point, which I'm just an idiot who likes drama on the internet. I don't care about the politics here or the politics there. I like drama, and I don't like Hasan. So when I see drama happening, I'm here. Now, I saw these two videos get released recently. There was one called I'm in Danger 2 days ago, and another called It's Happening Again. And Asmongold gets a lot of flack. Now, Asmon has been going pretty hard for the right lately, pretty hard glazing the orange Cheeto wiener, I guess. And, you know, you can do that. That's your thing. Well, we'll get into it. Let's get into it. I'm excited to jump into this, so let's check it out. I love the drama. I love the chaos. Let's go, baby!
Perhaps this is the reason why Ethan Klein doesn't talk about Asmongold and his apologia for certain regimes.
The obvious implication is that I am a Nazi apologist. That's clearly what he's implying.
Whoa, right away. And I hate this. This is a tactic that I see all the time from a lot of people where they're like, oh, well, I don't like your views. So, yeah, better you got the funny mustache. You got the funny mustache. You're smelling the fingers after you put it in the vagina.
Obviously, you can't say that, because if you say that, it sounds insane and retarded. So the only thing that you can do is imply that and hope that the schizos that watch the video will get the message.
I hate this Nazi scum and everything he stands for. And YouTube keeps showing me his face on my feed. In this country, we kill Nazis.
Whoa. Getting a little crazy in the chat. Now, I'm going to be real. I don't think that Hasan has to, I don't think anybody has to, like, police their chat. I don't think anybody should have to police their chat. They should not be responsible for what people say in their audience. Now, if there's an overwhelming, like, dangerous narrative being, progressed in your audience, I think you should do your best to combat that. Like with the whole Ethan Klein CPS thing. If I saw in my chat, it was just going giggity schmoodle mode, where it was like, oh, we need to call blah 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 on this guy, I'd be like, no, don't do that. And if anything like that happened, I would make a video just saying, listen, if you're the type of retard idiot who wants to go out there and try to ruin somebody's life over a beef on the internet, you need to get a life, you goddamn penny-sniffing loser.
This was actually a message about Asmon by the schizo that is now being investigated for threatening the life of President Trump. And now even more creators have joined the fold.
Our enemies are Nazis. They're evil. They are not people the way that they're...
Well, this is the thing, too. I hate this from the right as well, when they're like, oh, dude, they're all commies. They're all socialists. And it's like, no, dude, no. You're just not actually engaging in the actual argument. You're just wanting to villainize them right away so that your audience stays captured to you. So you keep that parasocial idea where they never think to take the opportunity to go listen to another perspective. Because listening to another perspective, well, that's fucking dangerous for the message. And if you can't have a little danger, it makes you all silly in the willies, and your audience isn't captured by your stupid fucking glasses and your horse lolly porn. So that's kind of what happens with a lot of these people, and the people on the right do it as well. And I hate when people act like one side doesn't do it and the other side does it, but they both do it. I hate throwing out like baseless allegations of the most extreme variant, like, oh, that guy's basically Stalin, oh, that guy's basically Hitler. It's dumb, it's wasteful, and it has no critical thinking behind it.
We're people. I mean, we're talking about...
He really going off.
Not people the way that we're people. I mean, we're talking about Elon Musk, man. We're talking about the sickest motherfuckers in the world. We're talking about, like...
How can you say that you're talking about the sickest motherfuckers in the world whenever you leak the thing that you leaked?
And see, this is an example of the kind of structure that I'm referring to. Well, when I look...
They're so sick. They're all fascist. Do you want to see a horse have sex with a little girl? Well, Vosh does.
I think the vibe that I got was like short stack, like goblins get drawn in porn. You know how they're all like thick short stacks, right?
Here's Vosh, the horse fucking pedophile.
How can you possibly say that?
We're
Jesus Christ. I love when this shit happens to these political guys every single time. Now there was this thing when I used to like Steven Crowder, and then after the thing with him and his wife had that argument, I'm not gonna lie, it sat bad on me. And from then on, anytime you talk about being like how important family is and how keeping a family together and how it takes work and all this stuff, I'm like, bro, you treated your wife like a dog, bro. I've never talked to my wife that way. Now, you might disagree with my take. That's okay. People have differences of opinion. But, dude, anytime they do that type of shit, I think it's funny because here and after, that shit's gonna now be, like, blasted in your fucking face. It's just like Destiny. Now, Destiny forever will be the like, what is it? What do they call him? What is the sex pestiny? He's forever sex pestiny. And, like, the people on the right is like, well, isn't he the guy that like celebrated that firefighter getting shot? So he's just screwed. He screwed himself from being too much of an outlandish douchebag. And I mean, you don't need anything for Vosh other than lolly horse porn. And that's all you gotta say, dude. And then Hasan, I mean, Hasan's the Nick Fuentes of the left. Come on, guys. What the fuck are we talking about here? Yo, Hasan, all you have to do with Hasan is turn his stream on for 5 seconds, clip it, and you're like, I've officially destroyed you, Hasan.
We're talking about like the denigration of this country on every possible level. Really? Spiritual, symbolic, and practical outcome. They hate you. They would see hundreds of millions of people deprived of health care and basic human rights. Our enemies are Nazis. They're evil, not people the way that we're people.
Well, we got some of these people are just getting radicalized like on a crazy level. Like it's actually bad. He got to dial this down. Not everybody that disagrees with you is a Nazi, man. Just chill the fuck out. Just be fucking normal, man.
He's creating more crazies with these rhetoric. It's just, man, like, I just...
You know what? It sucks for Asmon, but thank God I don't have to deal with the crazy lunatics that are harassing my employee.
Wait, what?
Also, Asmongold's editor is a Nazi. Our enemies are Nazis. They're evil.
Guys...
Oh, and Asmongold's dog, Nazi too. I saw his dog one time look at a Jewish person, was like, and then the dog said he wasn't pro-Palestine. So I know that he was actually an anti-Semite. Like, so it wasn't just that he thought they were Zionist.
I'm sorry, but quick rebrand. Long live Hasan, the first and only political streamer, the pioneer of political discourse, who single-handedly brought politics to the internet. A $200,000 sports car is a vital tool for spreading the message of the working class. A multi-million-dollar mansion, a basic necessity.
And I don't care. I live on a basic necessity budget for the most part anyway, okay?
File your tax.
Dude, it's just so funny. It's so funny, dude. Well, let's see. This is from 19 hours ago. It's happening again. Let's. I mean, we gotta keep it rolling. The shit just writes itself, bro. The shit just writes itself. Yeah, I don't need to pull my nipples out, which are elongated and also have ink in them, and write down a graphically perfectly matched takedown for some of these idiots. They do it to themselves by like ideologically capturing themselves with the retardation.
What is this here, Hasan? Oh, Hasan's probably having a bad day about the Houthi thing, right?
Yesterday, Hasan once again spent a significant amount of his stream talking about Asmon.
Trump did what? He killed the... Wait, what is this?
Fugitive leader of ISIS in Iraq was killed. His miserable...
Dude, this was so... I saw this shit, dude. Now, I'm not the biggest Trump guy. I'm like lukewarm. I was like way closer on the Trump scale than I was ever on the Biden scale. But like, I've always considered myself hard libertarian, right? Or not hard libertarian. I just believe in personal freedoms, dude. I like if you're gay, I think you should get married. I think you should be able to like do whatever the fuck you want. You're a grown adult. I also like don't think you should fuck with my guns. I believe wholeheartedly in free speech. I got some like I care about personal freedoms. But dude, some of the shit that Trump says is just fucking funny. Today, the future leader of ISIS was killed. He was relentlessly hunted down by our intrepid warfighters. His miserable life was terminated. It's just so fucking raw, dude.
Miserable life was terminated. Oh no, Luffy's in trouble. And other ships.
No, Luffy's in trouble. I'm so edgy and funny. Lol, you're so
Dude,
mad.
that is pretty funny. I mean, yeah, it is kind of funny. You were the one who did this to yourself, buddy. This is great, dude. He's so upset.
Am I? Does it seem like it? You are, though. Guy is seething. Yeah, I'm seething. I'm so mad. Oh man. Why is this making him come so hard? He has to. I think he's
dude. He's like actually mad. You don't go into the voice if you're not actually upset, bro. The joke got to you, dude. You're rubbing the eyebrow because that's where you keep the like communism come. I'm just kidding, dude. I mean, he is a self-proclaimed communist, and he definitely did swallow the Chinese communist propaganda about there not being a Muslim genocide. That was definitely cool and definitely pro-Muslim, dude. I was a big fan of that fucking piece of shit. That pissed me off so much. I remember when that shit was going down, and I just converted a little bit before. Well, I converted like a while before that, right? Because I converted to get married. And also, like, there's some stuff I believe in the religion, and I'm not like the most religious guy, but I am Muslim, right? And I just remember thinking like that was super fucked up that China was just like rounding up Muslims and putting them in camps and then like parting them off for parts. It was just like a used car dealership for human organs, and I'm like, this is fucking wild. Why isn't this getting more news? And then like I was seeing like leftovers clips where this fucker was just like pretending it wasn't happening, but then as soon as this Israel-Palestine shit popped off, oh dude, Hasan's been Muslim the whole time, dude. He's always cared about the Muslim plight. Bullshit, you fucking piece of shit. When communists were killing Muslims, you didn't give a half a fuck, dog. And that's where the problem lies. And that's where the hypocrisy is. You only give a shit about Muslims when it's politically expedient for you and when your audience gives a fuck.
Taking it. This is the fakest orgasm I've ever seen. Okay, bro, are we about to have a Houthi rebel on stream? Yes, brother. I'm a journalist. Okay, this is journalism. Does he know what One Piece is?
He's been watching it since he was a kid.
No way. We love you too, man.
I love you. I love you so much.
Dude, this guy's literally posted things that said death to the Jews, death to America. That is the guy we should be praising and sending hearts to. Big hearts, dude. I hope you rob all of our ships and stuff, bro. Big fan of anybody who's like a terrorist. Yeah, dude, those are my favorite people too.
Big fans. We think the Houthis, Ansar Allah, is doing what Luffy would do.
Surely bombing one of the poorest countries.
Dude, he's just such a fucking pretender about all this shit, dude. Once this shit came in, all of a sudden, dude, he's throwing Arabic out there, and he really cares, dude. He's about it, bro. He's like, Habibi, I care. Shut the fuck up, dog, you fucking tourist.
On the planet for implementing a blockade against Israel for the crime of doing a genocide will make people love us in Israel this time. Another $1 billion wasted here. So it's not a blockade when you're attacking and taking hostages and killing people that are on civilian trade ships. They're not tracking the different...
By the way, this video that's here, and this is why I don't think this is even political, and this is why I'm not saying this is like, I made the jokes about the Trump thing, that was political, right? And I gave you a little bit of my political preference, but this is how I feel about this. This is nothing to do with politics. This video right here, they were boarding a Chinese vessel, had nothing to do with Israel. Had absolutely nothing to do with Israel. It was a Japanese ship with a Chinese captain, something like that. It was, but it had nothing to, it was like, I'm getting Asianist, I guess. I'm being Asianist right now because I can't remember if it was a Japanese vessel or a Chinese vessel. And they just like had nothing to do with it, and they held these people hostage for 18 months. It had nothing to do with anything else other than they were pieces of shit pirates, bro. Like nothing. But dude, he covered this whole thing up like it was fucking attack on Israel. It's like, oh, so we're just pretending. It's like, oh dude, I didn't come on your fucking face, you a fucking weird bitch, bro. Don't believe anything you read, don't believe anything you see, don't smear the cum off of your face because it's not there, you stupid whore. That's what he's trying to do to you, bro.
Ships like, oh, we've got to stop this one because it's going to Israel. Like the one example that he showed in that video that had nothing to do with Israel. Here's the way I see it, okay? If we can't use our military to kill people that attack our trade ships and protect international waters, then I want my money back. Shooting up what they said were lawnmowers, if we can't take care of this, I want my fucking money back. Every line of this rhetoric is disingenuous and dishonest and manipulative. Like, this is the most deliberate.
Well, this is all Hasan does, and I'm not saying that the other side doesn't do shit like this, because they absolutely do. But this is all of Hasan's rhetoric. Hasan doesn't actually come up with anything genuine himself. He uses straw manning, emotional manipulation, and he will then, again, even when he gets criticism, he will use a genocide to hide the criticism, which is just as disgusting as the people you're saying are denying a genocide. He's like, well, oh, you criticized me because I suck? Well, there's a genocide going on right now. So you are using the death of other people to hide criticism from yourself? That makes you even more disgusting, you piece of shit. You fucking cum goblin.
Misinterpretation that you could possibly have. I can't even believe you can't think this way.
It's like, it's literally like talking to fucking Anne Frank, basically. Okay, being able to talk to Anne Frank.
Dude, it's just so fucked up that, like the fact that he compared a fucking Houthi pirate, bro, to Anne Frank is the most disgusting thing. Like, if anybody else did that, dude, if anybody else did that and it wasn't like siding with the political fucking ideologies of Twitch, he would have gotten in so much trouble. That's just such a fucking wild thing to say. I remember, like, those fucking douchebags that were, like, Holocaust deniers, right? Like, the fucking Nick Fuentes and stuff. They would say shit like this type of stuff. And they would just be lambasted. Well-deserved lambasted. I know I'm not for deep platformization, right? I'm not going to ever say that I want Hasan kicked off the platform. Now, I even said that in my, my Hasan, I can't remember which video it was, but it was like my fucking Hasan got banned video. I even said that I don't want him banned. I think that Twitch should enforce their policies better, but I don't like seeing any of these bans unless you're actually a violent individual and saying like, go fucking mustard sauce somebody in the fucking crackle snack. You know what I mean? Then obviously, bro, I'm gonna be like, yeah, dude, he obviously wanted them to get mustard sauce in the crackle snack.